Hi, good morning. My name is Ayu Maharani, and today I'm going to present my article for KOLITA23 in 2024. So, my article entitled Language Dynamics and Digital Identity, a study of virtual linguistic landscape on Tanyakan et al. So, among digital platforms, X, formerly Twitter, stands out as a vibrant space where language is not merely a tool for communication, but also a vehicle for identity performance, emotional expressions, and also cultural commentary. So, my study focuses on the linguistic practices within the account Tanyakan RL, a widely followed manifest. So, it's a mention and confess bot account that's designed for users to anonymously share real life or RL experiences, thought, and dilemmas. So to participate, the user should follow the account, and the account itself should follow the users back. And they can use the keyword Tanya RL or a green heart emoji to trigger an automatic post. So when you want to post to Tanya RL, you have to put the trigger first to get your post to be published by the account. So functioning as a kind of digital conventional, Tanyakan LL has evolved into a dynamic social form where everyday language is shaped by the texture of the youth culture, emotional storytelling, and also a platform-specific conventions. So with the high level of user engagement, it serves as a social linguistic microscope where the language, culture, and also identity continually intersect and unfold. So as you can see on the right side, this is the headline of Tanya LL. You can see on the headline itself, it has um, the rules of commenting or posting on the uh, account itself. And then this one is a very famous account on X. You can see the followers. They have 3.2 million followers on X and also thousands of followings. Moving on to the method and theory that I use for my research, I use qualitative analysis. So the data that I gather are the selected samples of 100 high engagement posts from March to May 2024. And there are two brand theories that I use for my research. The first one is from Landy and Burris, and the second one is from Loomer and Melly. So the theories are linguistic landscape and virtual linguistic landscape. And to support that, I have three other theories. The first one is interactional model of identity, and the second is digital vernaculars and identity performance. And the last one is narrative and self-presentation on social media. So in my analysis about the dual layer nature of digital language use, um, the posts are divided into two types. The first one is top-down post, and the second one is bottom-up post. As you can see on the left side, is the top-down post. So this one adapts to the virtual environment. So the top-down post, it's generated by the admin of the account itself. Meanwhile, the bottom-up post is generated by the users of the account itself. As you can see, the language of the top-down post, the language is more formal and also has informational essence. Meanwhile, the bottom-up is not that formal, so it's like the spoken language, and you have to put it into the writing. So it's not that formal; it's mostly informal and casual because this one is generated by the users of the account itself. So on bottom-up posts and top-down posts, you can see how different they are writing into the one same platform, and they have their own intentional. The top-down post, the intentional of the writing is to inform or to persuade or maybe to advertise. Meanwhile, the bottom-up is only just sharing mainly about their stories, not information. only stories, and then usually they are complaining and also putting off lots of sarcasm. So that's the characteristic of top-down post and bottom-up post. And then the next one, I found the youth vernaculars and the emergence of digital voice. As you can see on the data, this one is in Indonesian. Iya banget lagi kemarin cek harga pintu kamar mandi yang bokap beli harganya hampir sejuta. Kirain pintu itu 300 atau 400-an. BTW harga apa lagi yang di luar ekspektasi? So in English, this one is translated like yesterday, the user checked the price of the bathroom door that their father bought, and the price is almost 1 million, and the user thought it's only 300 or 400,000. So this one is beyond the expectation of the user. So this post capturing the essence of the digital youth voice, the casual tone and irony blended with economic critique, and the use of emojis to enhance the emotional delivery. So this sentence structured the mimic spoken language, while the sarcastic comparison between the basic necessities and daily survival reflects broader socioeconomic anxieties. So the emoji that they put in here at the end function not only as a decoration, but a paralinguistic cue, a visual side of redesigned humor. Okay, moving on. The next one is symbolic and informational dimensions of bottom-up content. As you can see on the left side, this one is also posted in Indonesian, mixed with the English. I think this one is a code mixing. So emang salah ya punya wishlist dan bisa dikabulin pakai gaji sendiri. Gaji sender 1,5 juta. Kepengen punya tablet dan nabung 6 bulanan, akhirnya beli. Tapi ibu sender kayak nggak suka, selalu nyindir bilang makan tuh tablet. Ya Allah, sakit hati banget padahal itu hasil nahan gak jajan. So in English, this user is complaining or sharing a story. This one is a depressing and sad story because this user get a salary 1.5 billion, and this user wanted to buy a tablet, a gadget, and by saving 6 months, finally the user got the tablet, but the mother doesn't like it and always like complaining and also putting a lot of sarcasm and putting a broken heart to the user. So this quote is really personal and deeply relatable. So this one is very emotional toll of not being understood. So the user tone, as you can see also, it's very intimate and conventional, and the use of emojis add a layer of emotional nuance that make the post feel more vulnerable and sincere. So this user implicitly signals that they're placed within a larger peer community that understand both the emotional burden and the economic struggle and the quiet pride of the small accomplishment. As you can see also the engagement. So this post only had almost 300 comments and also 318 retweets and also lots of likes. It's almost 8K, and also the safe one also is 403. So the high engagement of this user tells us that this story is relatable to a lot of people. So this one is the kind of the bottom-up content that I usually see on this account. And then the next one is reflexivity and subversion and discursive agency. So on the left side, as you can see, the post on the X. So this one in Indonesian also, I will read it to you. So, "Woi cowok ngejalin hubungan 10 tahun dah ada plan nikah tahun ini. Gagal karena ex selingkuh after 2 months of breakup. Tiba-tiba doi update latar biru mau nikah, tapi bukan sama selingkuhannya. Nih cewek emang segatel itu atau emang fine-fine aja sih kayak gitu? Nanya serius." So this post in English is translated that there is a guy that having a 10 years of relationship with a woman, but that woman eventually cheating on that relationship. And after 2 months of breaking up, that woman is updating, having a photo shoot for another wedding plan, but not with the man who she cheated with, but with another man. So this guy is asking, is it normal to be like that in 2025? Is it fine or is it a shame? So this guy is kind of confused about that. So rather than simply narrating the pain, so this user actively reshaped the social meaning of institutional language and visual norm, questioning what gets celebrated, what gets silenced, and who gets to move on publicly. So this post exemplifies of how young users deploy the platform-specific languages, symbols, storytelling patterns, not only to express emotions, but to subvert narrative expectations and critique interpersonal and also cultural double standards. As you can see on the left side, this post also has a very high engagement, indicating that this post is relatable to a lot of people. Next one about multimodality and platform-specific performance. As you can see on the left side, those are my data that I gathered from X. There are 100 data, but I couldn't put it into one slide. So I only pictured from 90 into 99. So while the top-down posts usually function as institutional outreach, so aiming to inform and influence, the bottom-up replies resist containment. So transforming the thread into a site of lived expression and cultural commentary. This interplay between the official discourse and vernacular creativity reveals that the constant nature of the virtual linguistic landscape, where the symbolic power is not only enacted from above, but constantly renegotiated from below. So the result is very rich, a stratified linguistic ecology in which digital Indonesian youth assert their presence not only through what they see and say, but through how they say it strategically. So ironically, and with deep awareness of both their audiences and the system they navigate. So from those data that I found, they mainly use Indonesian, but some of them are combining it into English and they are using it in the Gen Z style. So they have their own vocabularies like schizo in here and guess means guys, yeah, but they write it down as guess, yeah. And then they also had a lots of emojis, and then yeah, mostly they are showing their emotions through their writing. Okay, from all the data that I gathered and analyzed, this study reveals that the interaction on the account Tanyakan LL on X go beyond the casual online talk. So there are meaningful actions of identity of the Gen Z, emotion, and also resistance. So using the frameworks of linguistic and virtual linguistic landscapes, the research highlights how young Indonesian users use the language not only to communicate, but also to navigate the power, express the selfhood, and also form the community. So while the official posts of the admin usually present the structured, brand-oriented messages, user replies infuse the space with humor, irony, and personal narratives. So this one is transforming tweets into performances of solidarity and also critique. So through the stylist language and multimodal expressions, these users challenge dominant narrative and reshape institutional content. Ultimately, this study underscores that platforms like X, formerly named Twitter, are dynamic social spaces where language reflects lived experiences and broader societal struggles. And that's my conclusion. And following, there are lots of references that I use to support my research. Lots of theories from Bloomberg and also Landry and Boris. And there are also some international articles from international journals that I use to support my article as a part of literature review. As you can see, there are a lot of things that I put to support my articles. All right. I think that's all about my article. Thank you so much for listening and seeing the presentation. And I'm really open for any kind of discussion and also suggestion. That's all for me. Have a good day.